Hello.
Hi.
Wheat chip.
Oh, no.
No. How did this happen? I just looked at them. All right, I'm gonna reset it anyways, I guess.
No, I think that's a good opening. Just, hello. Oh, no.
How are you guys? I'm gonna say I was literally just like over there looking at something, trying to see if I could see if we put something there, and it doesn't work. Like it does, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
But
hello, guys.
well, first I wanna.
Lick you from your head to your toes.
I don't wanna.
You make it so good, I don't want to go. It's been a day.
It's been a day. Ooh. Okay, so that one is good.
That one is good. It's
Okay.
got Tootsie Roll taste.
Yes. It's basically just an old fashioned with some of the creme de cacao in it.
That's what it is.
This is the same thing, but I shook it with lime juice because we had limes in. Yeah, it's probably not great. That's why I made the extra trip to go re-grab the glasses. It's potent. It's very Buffalo House.
I opened my mouth to be like, it's not that bad. And then all the lime hit.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't.
Wow, that was weird.
It is not. It's not good. It's okay. It is very Buffalo House.
That's so weird, though.
Right?
I literally swallowed all of it.
And then you taste the lime.
I didn't taste the lime until I opened my mouth.
Yeah. Like you taste it and you're like, oh, it kind of tastes like that does. And then it's just lime.
That's so weird. What is happening?
Yeah. This is definitely not good. I would count this as a 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
I can still.
I'd give it a 3.5 for the weird.
Yeah.
Like, you found out some science in there.
Yeah, I had those limes left, and I remembered. I was like, I should just find something to do with them. I'll see if I can throw it in this. Oh, also, there's some rum in it, too. It's a split base of rum and whiskey instead of just whiskey.
Okay.
So that is also the difference. To help with the rum, but it definitely is not a good idea. I just...
That's a 3.
It's
for the weird.
Yeah, it's not great. That's a solid 6.
It's like me, baby. Give me a half point for the weird.
Oh, geez. So, yeah, you went to con.
Yeah, I went to, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Ishocon. Real small. It's in, like, Ypsilanti, Ann Arbor area. I think it was, like, 2,000 people at, like, the height of it.
Where at?
Ypsilanti, Ann Arbor area.
Oh, yeah.
Venue was... Well, like I said, it was smaller than what I'm used to. Like, I've gone to the bigger cons like Colossal, Yoma, and all that. But it was nice. It was a different scene completely. Because usually the bigger ones, like, I'm going there to party, and like there's a lot of the drama and people, like, you know.
Yeah,
trying to be like the social hierarchy. Whereas this one, it was like, we're all fucking nerds and we're all fucking weird. Except the one guy who got really mad and fucking scooped during Magic. We were like, you're a little weirder than us, but we feel like there's something wrong mentally, so we're not going to address it that badly, but we are a little scared because you're dressed like a school shooter.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like...
He was just Darth Vader. Yeah.
Oh, I feel like in a way, because it's a smaller con, like there is like a lot less need to feel like you're trying to stand out.
Yeah. Like I went with like I didn't plan a cosplay. I went with I went as Nathan Drake from Uncharted, which is literally just my normal clothes.
Yeah.
And then
With a beard.
With a beard, yeah. And then at night, I was like, oh, I want to be comfortable, so I like put on a pair of sweatpants and a black T-shirt that was a little too tight, and I was like, I'm Fat Toji from Jujutsu Kaisen. And like, I met my friend Austin. He was like, hey, Great Value Toji cosplay. I was like, Great Value Toji cosplay.
I love that.
Whereas the other cons, I'm like, I gotta fucking put something together, like.
That's fair.
Even if it's shitty, like, I gotta look good. And this one, I was like, it's just vibing, man.
And that was the thing, is the one time I did go, like, I did feel like, oh, I should have done something, but also, like, I don't know what I'm, again, I don't know much of it. I'm just there to kind of enjoy, like, seeing all the people's effort, and more of just, at that point, it was drinking, but if I win again, it would be like, okay, cool, definitely some drinking and all that, but, like, it'd be fun to, like, now that, like, I like the real cool ones, like stuff like Nick does, and all of our friends that like put legit effort into it, like, it's cool to see that, because my friends didn't do that back then.
Yeah, I'd like to do some shit like that.
Or I should say they couldn't afford to do it back then.
Yeah, that, and it's no, I'm not fucking bad mouthing any of these people. They still do put in some pretty good work and blah blah blah, but it's like, I don't really care about the sexy costumes anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and then you guys put in good work. I'm not faulting you, but it's like, all the costumes are sexy. I want to see something cool.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I mean, 100% to me.
That said, there was a girl dressed up as Raven from Teen Titans that I was trying to talk to at a rave, and then she disappeared.
Like Raven.
Like Raven.
She finished the allure. She gave you the whole 100% of Raven. She was like, all right, now I gotta ditch him. Like, I gotta hurt him like Raven would.
Yeah.
Full con.
No.
That's exactly what happened.
That is exactly what happened. But it was a cool time, man. Like, I actually went to the dealership, like, and I spent a little more money than I should have, but it's also like, I'm not as worried as I was from previous cons, where I'm like, oh no, it's going to take me 6 months to recover. This one, I'm like, yeah, it'll take me like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, I got some cool stuff. I was telling you, I got Xanathar from Wizards of the Coast. I got a full figure of him, the giant beholder with the goldfish. I got Pokeball.
Pokeball.
A bunch of fucking stickers, because I'm covering my desk with them, and I was like, this is the spot to get cool stickers.
Yeah.
There was a gachapon. You know what gachapon is?
No.
It's like you put in money, and there's like 30 items you can win. Like, it's crane games, it's pachinko, it's fucking.
I did see the thing. Yeah.
Things. Yeah. So there's a bunch of those. I spent like $30. Didn't win shit from those. And then I was like, I saw this little flyer, and I was like, oh, where do I win that thing from? The guy's like, oh, that's like a lottery thing. Like, you just get a little ticket that you open, whatever letter it is, that's what you get. And I was like, cool, I want that. He's like, $15. I was like, okay, here's $15. And he's like, just so you know, that one's really hard to win. Like, you probably win one of these other things. I was like, that's fine, I'm gonna win it. And I fucking won that thing. And I was like, I also kind of want the poster. And he was like, you can try again, but you might not get it. I got the poster. I was like, okay, what do you want? And he's like, what do you mean, what do I want? I was like, what do you want, man? He's like, I kind of want the mug. I was like, okay, let's get you a mug. I fucking pulled it and was like, here's your mug. He's like, how did you do this? And I was like, I don't
Magic.
know. I don't know. I'm drunk and I'm done now. He fucking walked away.
He's like, no, hold on. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Cool. They're from how do you pronounce it? I can't remember the name of it, but it's one of Akira Toriyama's last mangas that he ever did that got animated.
Gotcha.
So it's a figurine from that, poster from that, and the coffee mug from it for sure. And the guy was like, "Oh, you sure you don't want this?" I was like, "Dude, I don't need any more fucking coffee mugs."
Yeah.
I was like, "You said you didn't get it, so here you go."
Yeah, like that's the thing is like for same here. Like she still sees coffee mugs. I see mugs here and there. And I'm like, oh, that'd be cool, but it's like, no, it's not.
Yeah, we don't need any. I still see some that are dope. But yeah, got a bunch of cool stuff. Hung out with a few of the con friends that I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
Like the ones that were, I wouldn't say done with the bigger spots, but we're like, yeah, we don't want to go shell out thousands of dollars to go to MagFest. Like,
yeah, it's so much to drive.
Yeah, and
all
like,
the
we don't
things.
want to fucking party that hard. Like, we still partied pretty hard. I was hungover all of Sunday, but like,
yeah,
it was like chiller.
I feel that. Like, I almost feel like that would be the better way to do it. It's just kind of like, because I'm such a chill vibe guy. I don't like giant parties anymore. I just want to, like, less than 20 people. Just, obviously not for a con thing. Well, it's a smaller con, but it's just like...
Even then, like, the room party, like, after the rave and everything, like, when we went back to the room, it was, like, 10 people tops. Whereas other cons, it's like you go into a room and you've seen fucking videos on my Snapchat.
Yeah.
It's like a room this size, there's like 40 people in it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, and that's it. Like, honestly, it's funny. The vibes I think of are like probably like a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago at this point when we were me and her and Jake and Klomp were the chaperones for Melissa and Klomp's sorority. Yeah. They had like a homecoming getaway, not homecoming, some whatever tradition where they do I don't know, fuck all. They do a thing where they go to this specific hotel, and they just kind of like basically party and it's kind of cool, and we just chaperoned it, and everyone just got really drunk and hung out, and
that's kind of what it was, yeah.
Yeah.
And like we didn't. At the other cons, like I said, they were big party cons. So it was like, you wake up at like 8 in the morning after going to bed at 4. And then you fucking like get some breakfast, do a couple shots, fucking grab a Truly, go out, fucking walk around for a little bit, play some Magic, whatever. But you're drinking consistently the whole time.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it was like, I poured myself a shot when I got there, partially because I needed to find ice, because when I was walking to the hotel, I parked an overflow and started walking through what I thought was a field.
Ice is bad.
It was a golf course. And you know what turns into ice really easily, but is also somehow harder than ice?
Pigs.
Sand traps, but also yes. Sand traps, dude. Fucking, I jumped down, fucking thought that it was just like a ledge and then more grass. Fucking sand trap. Hit that, ate shit in front of the entire maid cafe, and like busted.
Did they take care of you though?
No, I was nervous. They're like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah."
That's when you're supposed to play it up and be like, "No, can you please help me?"
Oh man, I could have started a harem.
Yeah, you could have. If you had it right there in your hands.
That's how you know I'm not the main character. But I had to go get ice and shit, and then I was like, "Oh, I brought some of my rye."
Yeah.
So I was like, "I'm gonna pour myself a drink of rye while I'm waiting for Nathan to get here." Drink a little bit of that, and then Nathan took a little longer. I was like, I don't really know anybody out there. I don't want to go walk around the con by myself. Like, I know other people are there, but I don't know where they are.
Yeah. Wait, you said rye. What'd you get?
Templeton.
That's fair. Yeah.
It's cheaper. It came with glasses too, so I wanted the
glasses. Yeah, that's cool.
But, I was like, I don't want to go outside because I don't know where any of my friends are, and like, no one has connections, so like they're not responding to anything right now. Turns out, I was in room 224. They were in room 234.
So it's 10 rooms down the hall.
Down the hall.
Well, and that's it though. It's like when no one tells you that and you don't know, like,
yeah. And also like I said, it was super last minute for me going. Like, people were there on Friday, and I was like, huh, that looks fun. And then on Saturday, I was like, here I am. Like, because it was $40 for a badge, like $100 for a hotel room. I had so many points, I got the hotel room for free.
Fuck yeah.
And everyone was confused. They were like, hey, they said all the rooms were bought up. How did you get a room? And I was like, I pulled out the room key and it said elite member status. And they're like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, I'm an elite member.
I've stayed there a lot for work.
It was like I've stayed at every Marriott you can think of, man. I had a fucking king size room with like a view and everything. It was beautiful, man.
My favorite thing now is like honestly, like for us, we always just do the double bedrooms because we always just throw all our shit on the one bed and just sleep on the other. That way, it's not like a big issue. It's like cool, or the double queen, I should say.
Yeah, that was my hotel last week.
Yeah,
fucking hilarious. The only person that replied to my Snapchat, my story, was Gail. And they were like, I was like, why the fuck did they give me one bed? And they're like, one for sleeping and one is for snacking. And I was literally, I opened the Snapchat hours later and I was sitting in the other bed eating chips. It was like, huh, you're right.
It's 100%. It's for snacking. It's for fucking. It's for any other activity. And then the other bed is for sleeping. Yeah. And it's the one further away from the window. So when the sun, it's for when the sun hits you in the face. It's less.
Exactly. You get it.
Also, well, sometimes. I feel like if it was in the summer and it's hot out and you want to be close to the air thing by the window, depending if it's that kind of hotel with because some of them like it is one of those like it's just the vent thing right there, so you want to be there.
I get that for sure. Fucking no, the hotel I had for this it made me feel kind of rich, man, because it was one of those platform beds that was like floating. Dude, I woke up, the fucking sun was out, like my rye whiskey was sitting in the ice bucket. I was like, God, this feels dope.
So I went to my parents' house. They were doing it. They just got these a new mattress and a new chair. Well, chairs for the living room.
I was going to say chair for the room?
No. Chairs for their living room. So basically, my mom was like, she's having like really bad back issues. Okay. And so the doctor was like, all right, well, there is this place that like makes essentially zero gravity chairs.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's really good for her, her back. And so like, and Bill too, because he's a mechanic. He's been on his feet and he's got horrific pain issues. Again, one of the first 10 things I'm doing if I win the lottery is sending him to Colombia to get fucking crazy amounts of stem cells in his body to heal.
Get a new back.
Oh yeah, I'm the crazy shit. I'm like, we're getting you. You're gonna be better than you were in your fucking 30s, bruh.
I'm doing it too.
Science. We're gonna use all the science, but like. So they got this bed that's from the same company that's got a bunch of features and shit. A lot of it, to be honest, I was kind of like, yeah. But it's more about like it's got this 20-year warranty on it too. If it sinks more than an inch in 20 years, they'll replace it.
That's pretty damn good.
It's very expensive.
Yeah.
But it is also my parents, and they're old and retired. So, well, Bill's not retired. He just makes crazy money.
Yeah, he's retired enough.
Yeah. But yeah, they have this. I should probably actually ask what happened. They so I laid on it. It's fucking nice. It's got this like crazy cool technology on it that like it was cold, and then it has a massager, can move up and down both your legs, all kinds of shit. It has a underlight for your side each. Each side has a controller. Yeah, it's, That's
fucked up. Sounds like an upgraded one of the bed that Destiny had.
That's basically probably what it was. It also, it had massager.
Dude, I miss that bed so much.
Yeah, that's what it was. Well, my mom was laughing because she's like, at me, because she was saying like, it's got this massage feature, but like honestly, it really doesn't do much. And I was like, well, because she turned it on, and I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, well, I'll be honest with you. I'm like, if you were like high as fuck and you're sitting here, you would. This is totally melting material. And she just started fucking laughing because I'm like, that's what this is perfect for. Otherwise, it like, or you're just trying to sleep and it just lulls you in.
Yeah,
for whatever.
That's how Destiny's was, man.
Yeah,
and it was. I used to smoke back then with her.
Yeah,
and literally, I would take a couple hits of the pen, come back into the apartment, and I'd lay in the bed and I'd look over it. Like I'd be in the bed like this, like laying down. And I'd look over at her like getting changed, and I'd fucking press the button because she's thinking we're gonna do some shit. I'd press the button and then just whoop, whoop, good night. Like the whole bed would cradle you, man. Oh, dude, that's wonderful.
Well, that's it. Like it's got all that. So, but at this point, all of it is down to just like she's having a problem where she can't even like stand at the sink for longer than 10 minutes to do dishes, and then she's like, all right, I gotta sit down, my back hurts. So, and she's trying different kinds of shots and all kind, So that's it was like, so she had me come over to try this bed before I went to, what the fuck was I doing? I had an appointment. I'm really mad because it's going to bug me. I forgot. It was last week. Maybe. I don't even know either. It was, no, I don't know. But I was doing some shit. It was before I went and got my windshield fixed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. It was the day I went and got the fucking freezer. The deep freezer, because I had to go use Bill's truck Tuesday.
Sorry, I don't want to cut off your story, but I did say several episodes ago that when I experienced the weird deja vu, I have to make it known on here so it's recorded.
Yes.
I had the weird deja vu. I'm going to get a text when I get back to the hotel from somebody that I've been waiting to text me back for good things. Putting that out there in the ether.
Do I know them?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it who I think it is?
Probably. Yeah, I got poop too.
Oh. Right now?
No.
Oh.
Wait, I was just saying when I get back to the hotel, that's what
yeah,
I'm
that too,
yeah.
That's fair. Yeah. Tell me after.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, just tell me now while the camera's not on you, but like... We'll leave for after.
Hold on. We'll do the bit. Yeah, I'll tell you. Just take the camera away from me. Jesus. It doesn't matter if you take the camera away.
It's so funny. No, I know.
It's not a long distance episode where I can fucking mute the recording and then be like, Brandon.
Well, I meant you just mouth it.
Yeah.
Because I can read. I'm sure. There's very few names that in my Rolodex.
Yeah.
Well, either way. Yeah, it was. But no, it was either way. The zero gravity chair I tried, it was very cool. It also had massagers. It had heat. And when you set in zero gravity mode, it basically just does this, and it also can move the headrest. Yeah. Specifically up.
It's an upgraded version of the bed we had.
Yes. Yep. But this is just the chair.
Yep.
And so they changed the layout of their living room and all this to set up because they each got one so that, like, honestly, I hope it really does, like, legit just help them, especially for the price.
Dude, I'm telling you, if it's an upgraded version of the same company, I have only occasionally slept a few times better than I ever slept in that bed.
That's fair.
And it was usually like the bed wasn't comfy, but the person was comfy. Not in a sexual way.
Yeah.
But generally like after sexual things. Like, like you have to sleep with somebody else to like have that comfort vibe.
Yeah.
Whereas that bed.
No, I know what you mean. It provided that same comfort.
Bed provided that comfort. Yeah.
That's hilarious. I know exactly what you mean. That's no, because if the few times that I've slept here where Melissa wasn't here, it's very weird. I definitely sprawl out, but it's weird. But yeah, either way, like I was talking to her about that stuff, and I was like, that was just. I didn't even realize, like, you know, obviously they have this stuff, but like the fact that he was like, the doctor was like, hey, go to this place, like it's got this stuff that was really cool. I forgot why I brought this up. We were talking about something, but
I forgot too. But it's
yeah,
fine.
yeah. Either way, anyways, wrapping that up, I started actually started to play the Mortal Kombat game again. Like I played it a little bit ago and I kind of stopped for a second. Been going through the storyline, pretty good. So like, apparently like it's kind of. I'm trying to remember because I don't know a lot of like the Mortal Kombat timeline.
It's wild.
Yeah, it is. But like, so in this game, like Liu Kang is the god and protector of Earthrealm, and it's like it's like before, like Raiden doesn't have his power yet. It's like a whole almost.
Is this the one where Liu Kang recreates reality?
I'm going to assume that must be the end of it. Well, like, so the whole thing is like there's Earth Realm versus Outer Realm, you know, the whole thing. But, you know, Selena's running Outworld. There's like, but it's almost like origin stories of like how all of these people get their powers or who they are.
It might be the one I'm thinking of then, yeah. It was like kind of not a reboot. Every single one's kind of a reboot.
I mean, it's like, Mortal Kombat 1, the reboot for PlayStation 5. So it's probably
the one
that.
I'm thinking of, yeah. It's the one where Liu Kang like recreates reality, and I don't know how. But that's why everything's like a little different. Like,
well, honestly, like almost all of it like becomes like you're playing through each person's origin stories, or they are introducing their origin stories in the story arc. Like, you know, you start as Kung Lao.
Yeah.
Kung Lao and Raiden.
That's a hat guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kung Lao and Raiden. And then they have...
lightning guy.
Yes, that's lightning guy. And then it becomes like you fight like Scorpion and Sub-Zero and Smoke and whatever, and then you end up fighting you turn into Johnny Cage, and then then Johnny Cage fights Kenshi.
Okay.
But like
by turn into, you mean you change to that
storyline, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like the storyline changes all of a sudden. You're now Johnny.
There's shapeshifty shit in Mortal Kombat 2, so like,
yes.
Are you playing a shapeshifter?
That does come in.
Okay.
So like, you turn, and then you start fighting as Johnny Cage and some of his like movie actor storyline, and then Kenshi comes in as like before he has like the full armor stuff. Before he gets the red band across his eyes, all that jazz. And then Liu Kang comes in, and then you get to meet, they start doing the Outer Realm stuff, and that's when you meet all these people. But like, Melina doesn't have the like crazy teeth yet.
Okay.
Then you meet Baraka and all this.
That's the weird sword arm.
Yeah, with also the crazy teeth.
Yeah, it's a disease.
They show that. They like, you end up in this place where you see him with all these people, and you find out she does catch this Melina, it's crazy. That's where I'm at. I'm not all the way through, but like, I'm enjoying it. So I was like, I should talk about it. It was pretty cool.
I never got to play it, but I believe I watched. I like to watch and listen to like the giant lore dump video essays on YouTube. Like, I know everything about Castlevania now. And I've only played 2 of the fucking games. But I watched one of all of Mortal Kombat. I watched all of Tekken. Tekken I played a shit ton of, but I just haven't been able to get back into.
I probably should. One of it's like, I don't want to spend the money on the games anymore because I'm not going to like I want to, but I'm not.
Yeah, and it's also like, it's kind of the hype thing. And I hate to say it, but like, remember when Sparking Zero came out?
You were talking about it.
Dude, I was so hyped for it. Like, everyone was playing, and I was like, I'm going to give it a little bit, and then I'll get it. Like, I'm just too busy with work. Nobody's fucking playing anymore. I didn't get it. I'm glad I didn't, because nobody's fucking playing. Like,
I mean, I'll be honest. Like, to me, those games are never going to be for the online play. It's just the storyline.
That, and they're never going to be as good as they were when we were younger.
Yeah.
Not even then. Like, you could put Budokai out right now.
You're right. Like, it's not going to hit the same.
You could put out something that was on par with how Budokai was back then, which I would say Sparking Zero is.
Yeah.
We don't have enough time. Like, I can't come over to your house every other week and fucking play fighting games. Like, back then it was like, fucking, there was 20 people that were always over and like pass the sticks, you know?
Yeah. And to be fair, like, again, like, those games hit way different back then.
Yeah.
Like, it was, like, I don't know, there's something about them now that just, it's not, they're so much more advanced now that it's not the same.
Yeah. That, and we have too much, I'll say we have too much choice.
Yeah.
Like, there's too much stuff out now.
Yes.
Where it's...
Well, there's there's a million different fighting games now. Versus back then, it was Tekken or Mortal Kombat. And honestly, it wasn't not even Tekken It was Tekken and Mortal Kombat because they were 2 different kinds too.
Yeah, and you had Street Fighter and Virtua Fighter and Killer Instinct.
Oh, jeez, yeah, Mapcom or
Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah,
like you had the smaller ones. Well, they were still big, but I would say like for us, it was probably Mortal Kombat and Tekken.
Yeah, mine was more actually like probably Tekken and Marvel vs. Capcom for me actually.
Yeah. Marvel vs. Capcom wasn't big where I was. Well, there wasn't a lot of anime nerds.
To be fair, I feel like my mom did do the thing where she was like, all right, well, those are more PG. I'm not getting them the Mortal Kombat one. I played Mortal Kombat at other people's houses, but then I also, in the old school one, when your guy's like doing the countdown, he's just falling down the hole like endlessly for like 10 seconds and then he lands in the spikes. I had nightmares about endlessly falling for like 30, just that was it would freak me out and make me think that, and then I definitely had a nightmare once or twice about it.
I can get that. I had the opposite of that. I had dreams because of Tekken where like I don't know if in the dreams the people were actually speaking a foreign language.
Yeah.
But like in Tekken, something that always confused me but I thought was super cool was like, yeah, you tried it again too? It's weird. But in Tekken there would be 2 characters talking to each other. There'd be a fucking Korean guy and a Japanese guy.
Yeah.
And the Japanese guy speaking Japanese. And the Korean guy speaking Korean.
And they understood
each other. And then a random American guy would walk in, sometimes with a Japanese voice actor speaking American, and he'd walk in and be like, "You bad guys." And they'd be like, "Japanese, Korean, fight together." And like they all understood each other. So I would have dreams occasionally where people were speaking gibberish and I would understand them.
Sims.
Yeah. Like it was always... The dreams weren't about fighting. It was kind of about the cool outfits. Like, you know how they always had, like, the dope intros where it was like, man, he's fucking tripped out. And then, like, he'd take his fucking jacket off and, like... Yeah. Because they didn't want to animate that in the game. Like...
Yeah, oh, God, yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, but I didn't have
that just occurred to me. It was, as you said that, that's the first time I thought about that. That's why they took a lot of some stuff off.
That's why it was always like, let me take this fucking hoodie off that has like 19,000 fucking images on it.
Who do you think they like? Who is? Oh, well, who gets the choice or who is given the job of animating the bouncing titties in all the fighting games? Like, is it like, do they actually give it to a guy or do they give it to a girl?
Dude, they have a whole team.
Yes.
They have to.
Yeah.
And I truthfully, I think it's lesbians.
I feel like it's got to be. Because, like...
It's got to be lesbians. Because men, we appreciate boobies. We don't appreciate
You're not getting that job
much.
done.
We ain't getting that job done.
Well, like, to me, I just laugh because I'm imagining, like...
Bless you. Fuck.
Damn.
Fucking... What was that other one? They had, like, a beach volleyball
Yeah,
game.
yeah, no,
Dead or
that's
Alive?
exact. Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was laughing at because I'm like, at a certain point, like, I got to imagine, like, they were just like, all right, well, if we need to get the animations right,
We can look it up.
we gotta get, like, someone to just come and jump on a trampoline and study the physics. Like, someone was in a mocap suit.
Dude, no, they didn't. It wasn't even accurate back then. It was like the boob physics were wrong.
Outrageous. You're not wrong.
Literally like this, me grabbing my phone, and I'm hitting spacebar. It would like
Yeah,
just
you're
from
not
that little
wrong.
movement.
Yeah, they were just like, make him shake all the time.
Who is in charge of boob physics? It says it's not typically credited to a single person. It's usually a team, of course.
That's so funny.
There's a lot of theories that it's all women.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like, because realistically, like, yeah, you could have a dude do it, but everyone should be like, that doesn't look right. It looks way too weird. So you would have to give it to a woman who actually understands how it works.
Do you remember fucking Soul Calibur?
No, but yes, I didn't get it.
Ivy from Soul Calibur. She was the one that had like the pink fucking leathery outfit. She had the whip sword.
I didn't get to play it, unfortunately, but I like all I know of Soul Calibur is the cover.
All I'm getting at is her boob physics were so outrageous.
Yeah.
I have not played that game since middle school. I know her name.
That's fair.
Do I know any other characters from Soul Calibur?
No.
No.
You know what's funny is it's like I remember Samus a lot more once I found out like that it wasn't Master Chief. Yeah. I was like, oh, it's Master Chief in a different game. Or they based Master Chief on that and they're like, this is Samus. Now I was like, what?
Yeah. This chick. She was really fun to fight with. I couldn't fight with her.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
couldn't fight with her. She was literally my main. Like, I was so good with fighting with her, but I was like, the boob physics are wild. And even at a young age, I was like, this is inappropriate.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot play as this character. Because it was literally like, she would do something like this, like a little tiny movement, and then it was like, like, the tits were fucking everywhere.
Yeah, that was just definitely... That one was designed by dudes.
Yeah. I remember her name.
That's so funny. You see, like, I remember seeing Dead or Alive volleyball, and I just died laughing. I was like, what are we doing here? I was a kid. I knew exactly what it was, but I was
So
like...
did I also played it.
I didn't get it because my mom had to rent the games. There was no getting around bringing that up to him.
I bought them.
I mean,
Don't ask
later.
me how. I was clearly a child, but I bought all these games as a kid, man.
I mean, to be fair, there might have just been a guy at the counter that was just like, yeah, I'm going to let this kid enjoy.
Yeah, but I played it, like, you know, the reason I got it was for pervy reasons, for sure.
Yeah.
I was going through fucking puberty.
Yeah. They knew what they were doing at the time. They were like, we're going to...
I'll tell you, though, the game was actually really fucking fun.
I mean, I feel like in a way, like, you had to make it really, really good in order to justify putting it out. Because otherwise they'd be like, this is just weird game.
It was kind of a dating sim.
Yeah.
The beach volleyball one, yeah, like it was a dating sim,
Oh.
and it was fun. Like it had like
What-
real volleyball, like
I was gonna say, obviously the volleyball mechanics
and then,
must have been pretty
you had
good.
you traveled around the resort. You gave like gifts to like the girls, and like, yeah,
Huh.
it was actually good. Like after the sinful thoughts,
Yeah.
I actually played the game.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
They were like, all right, let's make this. I honestly, what they probably did is like, all right, there's a story team that's got to create a bunch of these weird scenarios.
I don't remember the story.
No, that's what I mean. Is like there was a story team, and then there was the other team that just designed all the characters, and it didn't matter what it was. And then there was just like, okay, here's the.
I honestly think that's what it was. Like,
Yeah.
I think somebody made like a beach volleyball dating sim, and then they just took the assets from Dead or Alive, took the big booby girls, and we're like, they're over there now. Like, and it was fun.
That's hilarious. Like, I don't know. There's some of those games playing Mortal Kombat made me think about some of those older games I used to play. I remember the one time we were starting to try and play. Yes, it's not salvageable. No. We were trying to play Dot Hack.
Yeah.
That was one of those shows that I wish that like I was able to watch. I just didn't take the energy to go find it. I knew it was on at certain times.
It was difficult to watch because it was like there were so many different versions of it.
Well, and that was it. Like at a certain point, it felt like it became a bunch of different things, but also it felt like one of those like really complex storylines that you do have to watch every episode. And because I couldn't do that, I could never fully get into it.
Yeah.
I remember getting the game and starting it and thinking it's a cool thing. I liked the idea of it, but having not known the TV show, I felt like I was missing out on a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I can get that.
But like it gave me those vibes of like, all right, like we should probably try and like I know I have a lot of shit I want to do, but there is also a part of me that's like I do need to start venturing to some different games.
Yeah, I get that, but also like I it's not me being sad about me, but it's also like I'm single.
Yeah.
So like I gotta get out. That's partially where I was like, I'm gonna go to this anime convention. Like I'm gonna go there to hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
And, like really, it was to catch up with Nathan, who I haven't seen in forever because he moved down to Texas and then he got in that motorcycle crash. Now he's here. I'm like, let me catch up with this guy, you know.
Yeah.
Like, and then like I'm trying to catch up with Nick a lot too. But I was like, I'm single, so I need to go to these like big gathering events.
Yeah.
Like, I would much rather be at home playing fucking Nier Automata, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
But you're like also like I would like to do that with a female just sitting in the vicinity while I do that.
You know,
And I have to go find that person.
Yeah, I don't know if I would play Nier Automata with many girls that aren't in that kind of scene.
I don't even know what it is. But whatever game.
It's hot robot people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like, I did date a girl that got me into it. And that was a whole ass vibe that I'll never experience again. But, no.
Oh.
Prior. She had the cosplay. Yeah. Huh? I can't read your lips, but yeah, I think so. But no, like, wait, shit, were you?
No, I was not. I was not.
But no, I was like, you know, I can't. There's a lot of games I want to play and I want to vibe and like I want to, you know, chill at home.
Yeah.
Hang out with the cats. Go hang out with you know, friends, Chrissy, Shay, all of them, you, Melissa. But I'm like, I gotta go places to meet people. You know?
Yeah. No, 100%. It's a thing. We're in this weird spot. We're just because we're just trying. We're actively trying our best to not go out at all. for the sake of saving.
I don't want to. I want to save. Like,
We just want to go out for dinner. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
You know? It's like we want to just
like that.
Yeah, we want to go out to have a date. Not even as like a date night, but also like not cook and have a nice drink.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. And not clean up. Just that part.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's, we're trying to actively not do that. But so we're just cooking every day.
See, I would like to do that, but it would be like my choices of people to go out with would be you, Chrissy, a coworker, Nick.
Yeah.
Maybe Chloe and Matt. If I'm hanging out with you guys, I'm not going to be like, you know.
Yeah.
Out and about talking to random people dressed up as Raven. You know.
I mean, to be fair,
also,
if it's me and Melissa,
I won't lie. If we go to a Chili's, there's a fucking girl dressed up as Raven. I'm sorry, that's my type.
Yeah,
and it's not because she's dressed up as Raven. It's because she's dressed up as Raven at a fucking Chili's on a Tuesday.
Yes.
Like,
no, 100%. I'd be like, look, like me and Melissa are gonna find a way to somehow wingman this for you. We're gonna make this happen. I'm gonna take roofies in the Chili's. We are gonna make it. Fate will happen.
What episode number is this?
Oh, roofies at Chili's. And then we're gonna find out she's a nurse, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be all roofied up, and they're like, "This man is roofied," and she'll be like, "How'd you know that?" And she's, "I'm a nurse," and you're like, "Oh," and then we'll make fate happen.
Yeah.
That's 100%. That's what's gonna happen. We gotta do this. That's so funny. But like, I'm just, it'd be so good.
Yeah, but you know where I'm getting at.
Yeah.
You were there before too, where it's like you want to do other things, but it's like it's kind of expected, but it's also like that's really the only way you're gonna meet people is if you go out and do shit.
It's hard,
you know.
And that's it. Like like especially for me, like I'm introverted as hell. Like I'm just lucky that like my wife was someone in that was in the scene I was in. To be fair, like I also the whole band thing was me putting myself in totally a thing I was not normally in, like, you know.
Yeah. I mean that's kind of the convention scene too, but it's also like as a guy, if you're going to conventions, like do not hit on people. Yeah. Like so you wait. Like, you know, like it's like you're going to these conventions and it's like I'm gonna talk to you, which is the way it should be, is politely, and you know, like we're gonna see what's up and like be friendly, like But that's also like if you're not giving off the right signals, they might be like, oh, they're not interested. It's a fucking hard place to play, man.
Yeah, I get. Well, and that's it. Like, I feel like that has to be the hardest line because
that's how it should be in the music scene as well, too.
Yes. Yeah. Well, like, if you're, like, obviously, if it's someone that is dressed up in, like, a sexy version of a costume, and it is hard to try and just be like, all right, like, I am kind of feeling that out, but I'm trying to be like, also, you did a great job on your costume. Yeah. And not, like, try and mix those two feelings, like, or convey those two different weird things in a different way. I guess you can, but like it's like you said, like you can't be like I'm trying to hit on everyone. Like it's weird to like play that line.
I will say
when you are looking, if you are interested.
I will say I have actually been like super upfront before. Yeah. Where like they weren't cosplaying Yuna from Final Fantasy, but they had the contacts, and I was like, yo, that's fucking dope. Yuna was like one of my first crushes. I find you very attractive, and it worked.
There you go.
But that was somebody I did not know.
Yeah.
Like, I learned who they were biblically.
I mean,
at
look,
a later
like
time.
And look, like, obviously, like, shoot your shot sometimes, but, like, again, that is, like, a weird, like, there's a line, like, because, like, for anyone
that's
that...
a 1 in 1,000 chance.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Like, 90% of the time, like, most of the time, like, it really, you are just giving genuine compliments out a lot of the time, and it's pretty easy to not mix that up. But when it is the one person that you're like, oh, I'm actually interested, that line feels intensified. So that's such an awkward moment.
Especially if you've known them for a while. Oh,
yeah.
Dude, it's even worse because it's like, I don't want to say something weird, and then it's like, they're not picking up on those vibes that you're putting out, but then they're like, wait a minute. They're putting out different vibes. We gotta nip this in the bud.
Yep.
Like, there's a fine line. And also, like, you know, hit on your friends, but don't be weird.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, hit on your guy friends if you're a dude.
Yeah, hit on your guy friends. For sure.
Let them know they got it still.
Yeah. Tell me I look good in a flannel.
By the way, actually, not even making this up is bullshit. I totally forgot because I was going to mention this earlier, like literally 20 minutes ago, because I looked at the clock when I was thinking about it. You look like Wolverine.
What?
From like X-Men. You look like Wolverine.
So
in a good way.
I've gone from Hawkeye.
No, I mean
Captain America to Wolverine.
Yeah. But I mean like good way.
Yeah.
Like you look like Hugh Jackman in the first X-Men when he was in like very fucking like
when he was in his least amount of shape.
No. Actually, yeah, no, not that one then. You're right. I'm thinking of 2 when he starts getting really jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking of 2.
No,
but like, yeah, it looks good.
Xander kind of said the same thing because this is literally what I wore to go get the tattoos.
Oh, okay.
But I took this off because, you know, the tattoo's right here.
Yeah.
And then I put the tattoo on after, and he was like, why do you look good in a fucking flannel? And I was like, I don't know, man. He's like, you're from fucking Kansas.
Oh, like, it's in your blood.
Yeah. Then he's like, I don't know, something with the hair. Like you're giving like Logan vibes because Logan Wolverine.
Yeah.
And I was like, I did spend a lot of time in Canada.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. He's like, it's in your blood, and you moved somewhere where it's even more in your blood.
Yep. No, 100%. I was like, I really thought that earlier while we were talking about stuff, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna mention that,
Dude,
and then
I got rid of all my flannels because I was like, I don't know, I was trying to get more style.
Yeah.
I guess, and like, I don't know, this year, like literally this year, like January, I bought like 4 or 5 more flannels.
That's fair.
I got 2 flannels for Christmas, and I'm like,
it fits.
It works.
The flannels I have are from when I was like 250, 260. Like they just do not fit. I can give them to you if you want.
Well, I'll have to see.
I'd say like they're honestly like they're still like weirdly shaped because they're so
what
old.
I was gonna say. I'll have to see. Like flannels these are the only things I actually try on before I buy them.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you know, they might be a little too tight in the stomach, or they might be too loose in the arms.
Yes. No, and that's it. Like I liked them because they were great. They were perfect for my arm length, and that's when I was like, that's one of the reasons I specifically liked them back then. It wasn't even so much the body fit; it was the length of arm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just realized like I haven't organized my closet.
I was gonna say you should get more Henleys too. Like the shirt you're wearing right now is a Henley.
Oh, I did not know the name of that.
Yeah, it's the button up.
Yeah, with this thing.
Here. It doesn't always have that. I think it might be a different name for when it has that. But
got it.
The Henley style collar has that. I love those. Like.
Oh, like this thing.
Yeah, like this little.
Yeah.
Where it only comes down like in
Yeah.
line with the nipples.
I
That's a
like
hem.
these ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a couple of these actually, but not this whole thing.
That I don't think I would like.
Yeah, I just kind of grabbed it because I wanted something not a work shirt. I'm still in my work pants, but they're just tracksuit pants.
I wore this to work.
Yeah.
I knew I was coming over. I'm like, I'm gonna wear regular clothes, and then I
That's
was
fair.
I was in the cafeteria getting a Red Bull like before I walked all the way to the back, and one of my coworkers walked in, turned, saw me, and was like, "Huh?" I'm like, I have stuff to do after work. But he was like, "You're not in work clothes," and I'm like, "Yeah, we're not doing shit right now."
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I gonna drive all the way back to the hotel, change out of my work clothes, drive all the way to Oxford?
Yeah. No.
Like,
Yeah. Just bring them. I mean, to be fair, again, you can just bring clothes and change here, but yeah.
I thought about leaving some here.
Eventually.
Once I actually start doing shit at work, I will. But literally, like,
You don't need to.
yeah, right now I've been like, hey, if there's something you need that I can help you with, let me know. But like, literally, right now, I'm being hidden, and truthfully, I shouldn't be in the back of the shop where everybody can see me, because I'm literally sitting at my computer playing fucking Balatro. Dude, it's such a fun game.
What is it?
Balatro. It's like a roguelike poker game.
Oh, it's poker?
I don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
But it's so fun.
Because, like, I'll be honest, like, we're actually running a lot more in my work, so I am working more. So now I tend to just listen to a podcast and play Candy Crush in between, or Star Wars when I have the energy. And by that I mean the generated energy in the game that I can actually spend. Because it's a time-based game. So I try to make sure I spend it.
I texted you the name of it.
Got it.
When I first started playing it, I was like, why does everybody think this is fun?
Yeah.
Dude, I literally, like, you know how I used to have the wireless charger for my phone? I actually have a wired charger now, so when I'm going to bed, I can have my fucking phone and I'm sitting there, like, playing fucking poker.
I only buy 10-foot charger cables now because I can bring them anywhere. I have one for the bedroom. I have one in my work backpack because a lot of the time the chargers are attached to like a pole fucking wherever away. So now it totally reaches and I don't have to worry about where I'm moving.
Yeah.
And then I have the 6-foot one in the car, so that's...
I had to shorten the one in the car. I think I have it's a 3 or a 4-foot one.
I plugged it into the middle back seat one. Like there's the USB in the back.
I think
I have it plugged in there.
in the Kia,
Yeah.
my Android Auto is not Bluetooth, so I have to have it plugged in. And having too long of a cord sucked.
Yeah.
Because it would like get tangled and shit, or like people
It still
sit
does.
on it. In the rental, it's Bluetooth, so I do think having it plugged in the back would be nicer.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, mine still does get tangled and all that jazz, but it's just one of those like, all right, well.
my problem is people would sit on it. Because I'm not.
Yeah.
At this point, nobody's really in my passenger seat anymore.
Same.
Like,
I mean, Melissa's there, but like we just move it.
But I mean, like, Chrissy would be in there occasionally. When we would go somewhere and I would drive. Other than that, it was Chloe would be in there sometimes. Very rarely, but like it was her, Chloe. Sometimes it was Kai when Kai lived with us. Not very often though. But anytime anybody got in there, like I would keep my fucking cord in the passenger seat. That's where I would throw my phone. Yeah. And people would sit down and I'd be like, I gotta
yank it.
Grab that cord from under your fucking ass.
I'll be honest, because it's Melissa, I really do just kind of yank it and start pulling it out from under her ass, and she just kind of pops up real quick.
Yeah.
But also most of the time, like, I do kind of have it set where, like, because it's in the back, it kind of snakes through the side of the seat and then hangs over my area, and then it's long enough that it doesn't get caught.
Yeah, that was my extra cord until I installed the lights. Now
That's
my
fair.
lights are plugged in the back. So,
but yeah, thank you guys so much. We love you guys. We hope you guys are having good times, having a good day.
Like Paul Bunyan, you fuck. I'm not Wolverine right now.
No, you are. Because the way your hair's sitting. Like dead eye the camera.
I don't know how it looks.
Yeah, you can't look.
See it.
You can't see yourself.
I'll see it when I get the thumbnail.
Yeah, essentially looking on from you, the way it kind of has like the volume
It's
is,
got the fucking Wolverine.
but not 100%. Obviously, it's in a natural way.
No, I can picture it.
And it looks really good. But yeah, regardless, thank you guys. Have a good day, have a good week, and be nice to those that deserve it.
And fight those that don't. And
if ICE shows up at your house, you don't know anyone, or send them away to waste their time. Bye, guys.
La Migra.